Hi guys, hi friends. Again we are meeting through this new video number 10, and we are learning the colligative properties. In the colligative properties we have seen what we have seen. The colligative properties are the physical properties which are depending on number of solute particles in the solution. So this is the fourth colligative property that we are going to see. Osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure comprises osmosis, semi-permeable membrane, and then osmotic pressure. So first we will see what is osmosis. We know very well what is osmosis. We are seeing in our surrounding, in our nature, osmosis. In our body also osmosis takes place. Osmosis is nothing but the flow, it is a spontaneous phenomenon. The phenomena of spontaneous flow of solvent molecules through semi-permeable membrane. Phenomena of spontaneous flow of solvent molecules through semi-permeable membrane from solvent to solution. Or from low concentration to high concentration. This is opposite to nature. In the nature we also see wind from high to low, but this phenomena is observed as lower concentration to higher concentration. So this is called osmosis. Now diffusion is also there. What is diffusion? Diffusion is mixing of two liquids or two gases. In case of diffusion, solute and solvent molecules both are mixed. There is no semi-permeable membrane. But in case of osmosis, semi-permeable membrane is required. Another thing, osmosis can be stopped. Osmosis can be stopped anywhere, but diffusion cannot stop. Also one thing, in case of solvent, see the vapor pressure. The vapor pressure of solvent is higher than vapor pressure of solution. So it is a flow of higher to lower. Now it is natural. So the flow is from lower to higher. That means from solvent to solution. That means higher vapor pressure to lower vapor pressure. Now in this case, in case of diffusion, the flow is from higher concentration to lower concentration. So let us see one animation. In that animation, you will see what is osmosis, what is diffusion, and what is dialysis. You have heard about dialysis. So in this animation, you can see that the osmosis is the flow of solvent molecules to solution part through semi-permeable membranes. Only solvent molecules, that is water molecules, are allowed to flow from semi-permeable membrane. Now in diffusion is a mixing. And you can see in case of dialysis depending on the rate of diffusion of solute particles through semi-permeable membrane. The solute particle having higher rate of diffusion will pass through semi-permeable membrane in solvent side. This is dialysis. So, well, I think you have seen that animation. Now, let us see what is the result of osmosis. The diagram is given in the notebook. You can also see that diagram. So, what is the result of osmosis? What is the result? Tell me. Flow is from solvent to solution side. That means the solution side gradually, the concentration of solution side gradually decreases because solvent molecules are passing in the solution. So solution gets more water. So decreasing concentration will be observed. So this is the result, and the height of the solution side will be increased. So this is about osmosis diffusion. Now let us see what is semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane is a diaphragm. There are various semi-permeable membrane in nature. Cellophane, cellulose, in our body also the walls of cells. These are the semi-permeable membrane, but their structures are not even. So in laboratory for our experiments, the clear semi-permeable membrane is required, having even structure. That's why the artificial semi-permeable membranes are used. One of the artificial semi-permeable membrane which is used is cupric ferrocyanide coordination compound. This is the famous semi-permeable membrane. It is a selective case. Semi-permeable membrane has a selective property. It allows only small solvent molecules, not solute molecules. Let us see what is osmotic pressure. The main thing, that is which is known as colligative property, osmotic pressure. What is osmotic pressure? There are two types of pressure: on solvent, high vapor pressure; on solution side, comparatively low vapor pressure, because it is a solution. Now in case, how can we measure the osmotic pressure? It is very simple experiment. Let us see in this diagram. In this diagram, you will see that the thistle funnel is there and its mouth is fastened with a semi-permeable membrane. And this thistle funnel contains sugar solution. Now it is dipped in water, that is pure solvent. Now what is the observation? Osmosis takes place and the height of the sugar solution increases. It is H into G, gravitational force and height. Height of the sugar solution will increase. It will increase, but at a particular point the increase is stopped because the hydrostatic pressure is produced on the solutions. This hydrostatic pressure, the height is increased on the solution side. So it will try to stop the entrance of solvent molecules. And at one particular point, it gets success. The hydrostatic pressure gets success to stop the flow of solvent molecules inside, and this point is the equilibrium. So at this equilibrium, the solvent molecules are completely stopped to enter in solution side, and this is called osmotic pressure. This is that in the diagram it is clearly you can understand. So osmotic pressure is the pressure will stop the osmosis, or the hydrostatic pressure which stop the osmosis is called osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure is denoted as pi. So pi is equal to H into G, because this is the height of solution. Their marking is done on that thistle funnel, so we can measure the height. The gravitational acceleration is there, and the important point is rho, that is density of the solution. So h is the height, g is the gravitational force, and rho is the density. So pi is measured like this. Now osmotic pressure, the solution have osmotic pressure. There are three types, because when the two solutions are there, they may have different osmotic pressure or may have same osmotic pressure. So there are three different types accordingly. The first is isotonic solution. Isotonic solution, that is both the solutions having same osmotic pressure. These are called isotonic solution. 0.1 molar urea, 0.1 molar sugar solution, concentration is same. So osmotic pressure is same. The another type is hypertonic solution. When one solution having higher osmotic pressure than another solution, then it is called hypertonic solution. Generally, the higher concentration have higher osmotic pressure. And the last type is hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution, the two solutions having, out of these two solutions, one solution have low osmotic pressure, high osmotic pressure. The solution having low concentration have low osmotic pressure than the other. So these are the three types of isotonic osmotic pressure. Isotonic solutions, isotonic accordingly osmotic pressure. Isotonic, hypertonic and hypotonic. These are the types according to osmotic pressure. Now, in Arab countries, there is the lack of drinking water. So how they can use the drinking water, how they can manufacture the drinking water, and it is based on reverse osmosis. It is given in this diagram. You will see in this diagram what is reverse osmosis. So when a pressure is applied on the solution side, when the pressure is applied on the solution side, pressure is applied. Now both solutions are having osmotic pressure same at equilibrium. Now what happened? There is no osmosis. At this stage, on the solution side, suppose the seawater is solution side. So when and if we take a water and seawater and it is separated by semi-permeable membrane, then when we apply the pressure on solution side greater than osmotic pressure, this is important, then what will happen? The solute particles remain there, but solvent, that is water, from the seawater passes through semi-permeable membrane in the water side, solvent side, and this is called the reverse osmosis. And by this way, in Arab countries, the drinking water is prepared. Seawater is collected. There are many videos you can see on the basis of reverse osmosis. Now, what is the relation between the osmotic pressure and concentration? In the dilute solutions, we have seen that osmotic pressure is the colligative property. So it depends on number of molecules of non-volatile solute. Okay, so the relation is pi v N2 RT. Here N2 again. Now here 2 means for solute, 1 for solvent, and 0 for pure salt. So 2 means number of moles of solute. So we get the relation N2 upon V into RT. N2 upon V is nothing but the concentration. So concentration is equal to number of moles dissolved in V liters of water. So C into RT. So pi N2 upon V is equal to C. If we substitute this N2 by its formula W upon M, then we can calculate molecular weight, because this is the main use of colligative property. The main use is to find out unknown molecular weight of unknown salt which is dissolved in that solvent. So we can find out the molecular weight as we are seeing here. N2 is there, so pi V we can substitute it N2 by W2 upon M2 into RT. So we get pi V into W2 upon M2 into RT. So molecular weight is calculated. Molecular weight of unknown salt M2 comes here is equal to W2 upon pi V into RT. The values are simple. R is a constant, temperature, weight of solute, it is a known weight, pi is the osmotic pressure, V is the volume which is taken for dissolution of this salt, and its molecular weight can be determined. So here we have seen that the fourth colligative property and the use of this colligative property to determine the molecular weight. Now all these four properties are useful to determine the molecular weight of solute, non-volatile electrolyte. But the osmotic pressure, this colligative property is most useful to determine the molecular weight of macromolecules, big molecules, that is also called polymers. No other three methods are useful to determine the molecular weight of big molecules. The molecular weight can be determined only by this osmotic pressure. This is its main characteristic of this colligative property. Now further we will see, let us stop here because the length is increasing of video. So let us stop here and we will start next point.